Hi, I'm Chef Deborah. Once again, I'm here for the Q&A with Chef Deborah. Today, I received again some question, and so after work, I'm starting doing some videos, and that's why I'm here now in front of the camera and getting ready to the answers to your questions. Okay, the first question, she's asking me, Chef, which is more accurate in measuring the ingredients? Using the measuring cups and measuring spoon, or by the use of weighing scale? It's a good question, right? Yeah, the more accurate is the using or by the use of weighing scale. Why? Because when you are using measuring cup, sometimes we did a mistake. Okay? For example, you are measuring 1 cup of flour. If you have a mistake that you press down the flour to the measuring cup, so the quantity will be different now from the recipe. Because in measuring a flour by the use of measuring cup, you don't need to press it down. Okay? If there is an extra on top, you need to scrape it also to remove the extra bump like this on top. Because if you did not scrape it, the measurement will be wrong. Okay? And another example, if you use a measuring cup also, if you are measuring brown sugar, when you measure it by the use of measuring cup, you need to press it down firmly to get the 1 cup of brown sugar. Always remember that. This is not the same with the white sugar. In white sugar, you are only measuring it, don't need to press it down. But in brown sugar, you need to be pressed and intact. Okay? Always remember that. That's why measuring cup is not more accurate. It's better to use the weighing scale. Okay, same thing when you are using a liquid measuring cup. Okay? If you need 2 cups of water and you pour it in the liquid measuring cup and you take this one in your eye level, the liquid measuring cup, there is a possibility that it will be wrong. Your measurement will be wrong. Why? Because your hand sometimes is slant, sometimes not straight. So you need to put this one on the flat surface, on the table, so that it was level, so that you see the right measurement. That's why it's better to use weighing scale. Okay? Another question. Somebody asked me, what size of eggs we need to buy when we are baking, Chef? Because, very cheap the small size egg than the bigger. He told me like that. It's okay, Chef, I will use 2 eggs, 2 small size eggs to make it equivalent to 1. What do you want to use? Quail eggs? Well, actually, when you are buying an eggs in the supermarket or anywhere, any market, you always buy large size of eggs. Because in all recipes in baking, it requires a large size egg. You cannot put a medium size, you cannot put a small size, you cannot put extra large size egg. Why? Because if you not follow the large size egg, it will be different now, the quantity of the eggs that you need in the recipe. Whenever you will use a pasteurized egg, because nowadays we can buy a pasteurized egg, which is there is a whole egg yolk only, and egg whites only. So if it is happen that you are using this one, you have to measure it by the weighing scale. You're not counting it one egg, right? Cannot. You have to convert. You will do conversion. How do you know that the eggs is still fresh? You go supermarket, you're buying eggs. How do you know that the eggs that you will buy is still fresh? Tell me. How can you tell me? That's why you're asking question. I need to answer. Okay? You will know that the eggs is still fresh if you look at the skin of the egg. It is rough. You know, rough? It's not very soft, not smooth. I mean, not smooth. The shell of the egg means it was fresh. Okay? If the shell of the egg is very smooth, it means it's not fresh. Okay? Always remember that eggs is matter. Okay? Okay, next question. Somebody asks, Chef, what kind of cocoa powder that I can use for the chocolate cake? You know, don't use a regular cocoa powder. In baking, you always use the Dutch process or alkalized cocoa powder. Okay? Always remember that. Because when you use the regular cocoa powder, it will be different. It's like there's a bitterness on this because it was concentrated. Not same like the Dutch process and alkalized. Somebody asked me, Chef, why like that my cake always burn inside my oven? He told me because she was using a La Germania tabletop oven, electric oven. Okay? You know the tricks for this kind of oven? You know, if you did not what you call this? If you did not swap, I mean, for example, you are baking, right, a cake. You put in the top and the lower. Okay? If you see that the top is little bit dry already, not yet fully cooked, but little dry on top, you have to switch it like this. You know what I mean? The down part you have to switch to the up, and the up part you have to switch to the down part of the oven. This is the techniques of this oven, so that it will not burn. Because when you finish your time, that it is at ease, you're not changing or you're not switching, I will assure you, I mean, it will burn. Yeah, that's why this is the tricks for this kind of oven. If you are not using the commercial or professional oven, okay? So once you are baking, you quickly switch. Okay, if you see that the top of the cake is dry already, you have to switch it down like this. Change. Okay? But don't overexpose your door. Okay? When you open your door, it takes too much time. No. Only 2 seconds, 3 seconds, you already switch. Okay? Because if it takes too long, your cake will go down. I'm just teaching you some tricks because I tried this before. You know, long time ago. I'm using this one before. That's why I know. how to handle this kind of oven. Okay? Another question, somebody asked me, Chef, why when I'm making a meringue, I always cannot get the soft peak of the meringue. I cannot get. It's always falls down and become watery. My meringue. He's asking me this one. And I said, how you make your meringue? Can you explain to me? And he told me like this, Chef, like that. And I said, maybe you are using the egg which is coming from the chiller. A cold egg. Cold egg whites. There is an effect. When you are making a meringue or any baking, your eggs must be not cold. Must be at room temperature. Okay? Don't ever use a cold eggs because cold eggs have big effects in your baked products. And another thing, maybe when you are separate the egg white to the egg yolk, there is a little egg yolk going to your egg white. If this is happen, only little drop of egg yolk to your egg whites, your meringue will not be coming fluffy. It cannot. You will not reach the peak soft stage. Always remember that. So always be careful when you are separating the egg whites to the egg yolk. Okay? And she said also to me, Chef, maybe because I'm not using a cream of tartar. You know, a long time ago, I was baking, I'm not using cream of tartar when I'm making a meringue. Really, I'm not using a stabilizer like this. I'm not using. But I can make it, my meringue, going up to the soft peak. Okay, because sometimes baking, it's depends on your hand. Yeah, it depends on your hand. It depends in your mind. You have to control something like this. In baking, it must be like this, you know. It depends on the people who are making, who are preparing. Sometimes, it's because of your hand. Always remember that. Okay? Okay? That's all for today for Q&A with Chef Deborah. Until next time, and I prepare to you many more answers for your all questions. Okay? Thank you so much and have a good day.